Viewer discretion is advised. A man with an injured shoulder is seen running through the corridor of an old building as if he is being chased. Out of breath, he turns around to see if his pursuer is still following. But the corridor is empty. But then he hears a faint voice calling to him, and then the footsteps with the creaking of wood. He sees their silhouette from where he quickly hid himself. A tall woman with short hair and dressed in traditional attire. She asks for him to show himself in a calm voice. But the man tries not to make any sound while he hides under some broken furniture. The woman then turns around and starts to leave, while wondering where the man might have gone. Her neck starts to crack, as if bones are being twisted. And then suddenly her neck extends from her body, and her golden yellow eyes lock onto the man hiding under the furniture. The man desperately tries to get away from her as she walks closer and closer, and then she stops. Blood gushes from her cheeks as she opens her mouth wider and wider, and then snaps her jaw onto the man's head. His screams are heard throughout the neighborhood as dawn breaks. The next day, an old woman reports to the police that she heard a guy screaming last night, while the others say that the woman is delusional and that she is ruining the town's reputation. The policeman says to the woman that no one lives in that house and it might have been some homeless people fighting each other, but the old woman assures him that she heard someone's dying screams. The policeman says that they are not authorized to go inside since it's not their section. While they prepare to leave, they tell her that she can't keep calling them for the same reason. Someone in the crowd asks if there are ghosts inside the house since so many people who went inside have went missing. But an old man tells them to be quiet and that no one would want to live here if they hear these rumors. He tells them to act as if nothing happened. But the news about the ghost house spreads anyway and garners a lot of attention from the public. Meanwhile, in a nearby city, this young man, curious about his future, asks a street astrologer if he can find someone he is looking for when he goes to the ghost town. And the astrologer lady says that he will definitely find the person he is looking for, and that he will also find his fated partner there whom he must not let go, no matter what. She then asks him to pay more, so it works out better for him, and he agrees. He asks if she takes card. After paying the old lady in cash, the guy goes back to his apartment to check things out one last time before moving out. The driver tells him to get in quickly as they have to get there before it gets dark. While driving to the town, the driver asks the guy if he is a teacher since he has so many books. The guy says that he is not. So the driver assumes that the guy eats the book. The guy, annoyed at the driver's remark, asks if he is not allowed to collect the books, so the driver answers that instead of the books, he could have bought a house. He asks the guy if he even knows where he's moving to, as another guy just went missing there just a few days ago. The MC asks the driver to not worry about him, as he is not actually a human, but a book fairy. After a few hours of driving, they finally reach the place, the promised Orchid's special ghost house. The driver says that no one has come here after the last person disappeared. He then asks if the MC is scared yet, and if he wanted to go back now. The driver would do it for a cheaper price, but the MC just asks him to unload his stuff. The MC tells the driver that it's okay since ghosts don't hurt people. The driver, finding the MC's decision brave, says that he won't stop him if he really wants to stay, and then asks the MC to pay up. The MC tries to pull out his card, but the driver says no card even if the MC is a fairy. The driver then takes the cash and asks the MC to give him a call when he wants to move out, and while leaving tells the MC to have fun in the house with ghosts and monsters. Hearing the word monster, the MC asks the driver to wait and explain what he means. The driver asks the MC if he didn't know that there are monsters in this house. The driver then leaves since it's getting dark, and as the MC is stood there contemplating what to do, an old man comes to him asking if his name is Shin. He runs to him slowly and apologizes for being late, and asks if the MC finds everything is comfortable here. But the MC says that he has one important question. The landlord tells him to ask away with a bright smile, and the MC asks if ghosts are the only thing in this house. The landlord is sweating profusely after hearing that the MC knows about the ghosts. He says that there are no such thing as ghosts in this house. The MC says that there is no need to hide it, since he already knows about the ghosts in promised Orchid Street. The landlord, still trying to cover it up, says that they are just fake rumors. The MC asks if there are something other than a ghost, something like specters. The landlord accidentally asks the MC about how he knows about the specters in the house, but stops himself midway, but then says that there are only ghosts and no specters at all. The MC, who was just testing the landlord, now feels like something is wrong. He wonders if he should go back to the city, but he had all his stuff moved and has no more money. And the landlord almost says that since there are monsters at night, but stopping himself again, says that he has other things to do and wants to leave. The MC notices a crowd of people behind him. They quickly leave once he notices them. He wonders if they know something about the specters, and the landlord asks the MC to pay. As soon as the MC tries to pull out his card, the landlord just throws it away, leaving the MC speechless. Later that night, the MC cusses at the fact that even in Ghost House doesn't accept card, as he hates calculating tax with cash. And after finally unpacking everything, he sits down satisfied at his work and thinks that house is very big for the price he paid, and the ghost problem doesn't really matter to him either. But he suddenly remembers the driver talking about the monsters. Feeling a shiver, he wonders if by monster the driver actually meant specters, but doesn't say the word specter since he believes it will come true if he does. He then wears his glasses and goes to survey the house just in case, and decides to leave the house immediately if he finds anything. But he finds nothing, not just in this room but the whole house. But as he is finishing up, he notices a staircase. He wondered if there was always a second floor in this house. As he goes up to have a look, he figures that it's just an attic. As it doesn't look used, he wonders if the last guy also didn't use it. As he is walking through the attic, he notices something sticking out of the roof. He wonders if it's just a pipe, but at a closer look, it looks like an artifact. He suddenly feels a burning sensation on his wrist as he got close to the artifact, and he notices that he has a stigma on his arm. He thinks that it is a curse. He wonders if it's really a curse, and if he should leave right now, but decides not to since he doesn't have any money left for another house after paying for this one. He then stands there determined to stay since he didn't come here because it's cheap, but because he is looking for someone. After that, while he was going down the corridor, he decides to check out the yard. Then seeing the dark yard and eerie silence, thinks that it's better to check it out in the morning instead. During the night, not a single person can be seen on the streets, everywhere in the town completely silent. But suddenly, a dark portal starts to grow in size at the entrance of the Orchid Street. As it grows bigger, the sound of bells ringing and the light of lanterns become visible through it. Meanwhile, at the MC's house, the only thing that can be heard is the sound of a clock ticking. The MC is trying to sleep on a small couch, but is too terrified to fall asleep. He wakes up wondering why it still isn't morning yet, even though he slept for 4 hours. He grabs the clock next to him to check the time only to find out that it has only been 15 minutes. He scratches his head, wondering why the time is moving so slow, and if he should work through the night but decides not to, since he doesn't want to do 2 painful things at once. 30 minutes later, he's been staring at the fridge, and at this point, he just wants something to come out, preferably a ghost rather than a specter. And then he hears the sounds of the bells ringing. He wonders why he is hearing bells, even though the town is pretty far away. The ringing is getting louder by the second, so he grabs his glasses and runs upstairs to the window and carefully glances outside. It's a parade of people with traditional clothing. He wonders why there is an event at this time and grabs his glasses, takes a deep breath, and puts them on. All the people on the parade now look like specters. As he stares at them, he has a flashback of the reason for his fear of specters. As a kid, a specter finds him strange, as he looks like a human, but he can see the specter's true appearance. The specter asks if he is a human or a specter. The specter tells him that he will be killed if he is a human, because the specter hates humans, and asks him to answer the question again. Recalling this memory makes the MC want to throw up. Meanwhile, by the palanquin in the parade, an old specter warns the person inside not to even think about running, since there is only 1 day till the ceremony is held, and no matter where she goes, they will find her. The MC, finally calming himself, wonders what to do, as he never thought these many specter would come out in a group. He finally figured out that this is why the streets are so empty, since it's used by the specters. He thinks that he should be fine as long as he is inside the house, and wonders if he is going to die, but says that as long as he is focused, he shouldn't die. He then decides to quietly wait for the morning and affirming that the specters wouldn't come inside the house. While going downstairs, he notices someone, a tall woman with short hair. He is confused because it is impossible for a person to come in since he locked the door. He wonders if she is a ghost, but a ghost wouldn't make such sounds as it walks. Only remaining option is that she is a specter, She looks up and their eyes meet each other's. The MC immediately looks away, trying to calm down as she is probably not a specter, as he prepares himself to look with his glasses. He hears her right next to him, with a bright golden eye and a twisted neck. Realizing that he is in trouble, he quickly dashes up the stairs before her attack hits him. Making it up the stairs, he desperately tries to grab his glasses, and then quickly puts them on, knowing full well that she isn't a ghost. The creaking of the wood gets closer and closer as she walks up the stairs behind him. Confirming the fact that she is a specter, he wonders why she keeps calling him Mister. As he looks closer at her with his glasses, he can see a blue glow under her dress, but it is too dark for him to figure out what it is. He calms himself, deciding to talk to the specter. He tries to act familiar with the specter, asking if they have met before. But the specter attacks him, and he barely dodges it. He fails to talk to it, as if the specter doesn't even care about anything. He decides to run downstairs, but the specter jumps in front while wall riding and lunges at him again, barely missing his head and biting the pillar instead. She pulls her body forward, knee striking the MC in the chest, and then landing on top of him. The MC grunts with pain. She tries to strangle him. She then prepares again to bite his head. The MC, unable to move, tries to extend his arm, asking for help. Just then, the artifact that is on the roof starts to glow and falls near MC's hands while injuring the specter, and the specter screams in pain. The MC, finally able to breathe, runs downstairs while wondering what happened. But he doesn't care, he just wants to get out of there. As soon as he reaches the front door, he remembers that there are thousands of them just outside the door too. He regrets coming to this house and decides to leave at sunrise, as there is no point in dying here. Meanwhile, in the temple, the old specter from before says that after the ritual under the full moon tomorrow, the girl will be a part of the king. The king collects souls to increase his knowledge, and even with the girls lacking powers, they will be able to effectively use it. He thanks her on behalf of the specters and asks her to think about it as glory. He then asks her to bring another human as an offering to the king while leaving. The girl just wonders if it will all be over in one more day. The MC, on the other hand, can't find any reception on his phone. But he remembers being able to call during the morning. He cusses at the landlord and gives up. He figures that it was a mistake to think that there were only ghosts here. But then he remembers the dream of the red-haired woman who always shows up in his dreams and asks for him to come to her. He thought he could see her if he came here. He hoped to meet her, even if she was a ghost. He came to the town as soon as he heard the rumors about the ghosts, but it took a while because of locals being cautious of him. But he never thought that this place was a specter territory. He finally remembers that he lost his glasses upstairs while fleeing. He knows that he can't lose an artifact like that. After making up his mind, he cautiously makes his way up the stairs. It's empty. No sign of the specter anywhere. But he finds his glasses on the floor. He quickly grabs it, thankful that it isn't broken. But then he feels something under his feet. Kneeling down to check out the ring-like object, he suddenly feels a chill behind him. He turns around to check if it's the specter, but there is nothing there. He is unsure about what it was, even though he clearly felt the presence. Then again, he feels the same feeling. This time he pinpoints it to the stick-like artifact. He wonders if that was because of the artifice. Now seeing the artifact in the ground, he pieces things together as to what happened with the specter. He walks up to the artifact and tries to pull it out, and he does so easily too, as if the stick is made up of paper. No matter how he looks at it, he can only see a dull stick, and wonders why the specter ran just because of this small stick and throws it away. The stick falls to the floor with incredible speed, as if it's made from iron. Confused, the MC grabs the stick again and drops it again, wondering for a second as to why a stick as light as this is falling so fast. He concludes that it just has unique physics and decides to keep the stick. On the morning next day, the MC is on a call with the driver who moved his stuff here. The driver says that he can't help the MC to move out today as he has stuff to do. The MC asks him to come even if it's late. But the driver doesn't want to come near the place at night, but the driver promises to help him move the day after and asks him to pack his stuff. The MC begs him to come today, and the driver says that the MC should have listened to him before, and cuts the call. The MC says that he can't even ask anyone else for help too since he's low on money, and the landlord comes up behind him surprised to find the MC alive. MC was annoyed that the landlord actually knew about the specters. The landlord again slowly runs to the MC to check up on him and asks him about the strangle marks on his neck. He asks if he really fought the specter. Ignoring MC's initial question, the landlord then begs the MC to continue staying in the house. But the MC says that he doesn't want to and that he is leaving tomorrow. The landlord then offers the MC 10K if he stays, but the MC doesn't want it. So the landlord says that he will triple the amount. The MC gives up and agrees to hear the landlord out. And the landlord tells him about the promised Orchid temple on top of the hill, a temple that was left behind and a lot of people have been disappearing there for a while, and the police don't care since it's empty, and the people who disappeared were all homeless too. But then it got famous online and the locals got worried about the property value decreasing. He tells the MC about a resident who heard some strange sounds just yesterday, and people always disappear after that happens. He also remembers a guy who survived just like the MC, and he saw a ghost in the temple, a lady with long hair and strange clothes, and asks the MC to chase away the ghosts in the temple. While running away, the MC wonders if the lady with the long hair and strange clothes is the girl from his dream, and if he should go check out the temple as the night falls. The MC thinks to himself that he wanted to leave this place immediately, but it was already dark when he was thinking to himself. So now he has to sleep here tonight. He tries to sleep, but he's too paranoid. After a while, he sits up and explores his options as he is leaving tomorrow, and there is no guarantee that there will be a ghost in the temple. If he were to see a specter again, he would most definitely die. With that said, he decides not to go as he has no way to fight back. But then he notices the weird stick artifact. Now armed with the stick, he ventures outside just to take a peek, but as he walks toward the temple, he's not alone though. Something is following him, unaware of it. The MC, while walking, wonders if the ghost is the girl in his dreams, and the reason for her to show up in his dreams, he wonders if it's because he is her next sacrifice. As he keeps walking, he finds it strange that he hasn't made it yet, and he feels as if he is walking in circles. But as he walks further, he sees golden butterflies all around him. Even the temple is glowing with the butterflies surrounding it. The MC simply can't believe what he is seeing. It's the building from the drawing he had seen before. The door to the temple opens on its own. Surprising the MC, he follows the butterflies while wondering who's inside, if it's a ghost or a specter, or the girl from his dream. He notices the door where the butterflies are flocking, and he opens the door. He is mesmerized at what he sees inside, a beautiful girl dressed in butterfly pattern clothes. She notices the MC and smiles at him. The MC says to himself that she looks different from the girl in his dreams. As she walks towards him, he confirms that she is not the same person. He knows that he has to leave this place, but he can't. He can't move. She gets closer to him, as if she is trying to kiss him. But as her hands reach behind his neck, her nails turn into bloody needles. But the stick that the MC brought with him starts to glow again. The girl notices the MC's stick and quickly backs off, wondering what it is, looking at the aura on his stick. She wonders if he is here to kill her. She asks him who he is and why he came here. The MC apologizes for coming without permission, but he suddenly hears a familiar sound behind him. Then he can hear someone calling him Mr. It's the Specter from his house. He wonders if she followed him all the way here, and apologizes to the girl and says that he will take care of the Specter, and the girl is confused if he's after her or not. The MC did tell her that he would take care of the Specter, but now he's just getting chased around by the Specter, breaking all her furniture while he's at it, finally being cornered. He aimlessly swings his stick around while telling the Specter to stay away. He then charges at the Specter with his eyes closed, completely missing and running past her. When he finally opens his eyes, wondering where the Specter is, and immediately gets hit from behind by the Specter, knocking him to the ground. The girl, worried, wonders why his skills are so horrible and if he is not an exorcist here to kill her. But if he's not an exorcist, why would he have such a powerful sword? As she is thinking about it, the Specter charges at her from behind. The MC, noticing this, intercepts the Specter before it harms the girl, and tells the Specter to focus on him instead. But the Specter grabs his head and the MC swings his stick, cutting the Specter's arm clean off. Scared that he just cut off an arm, he asks the girl what he is supposed to do, and if it is considered self-defense. The girl, confused, tells him to just focus on the Specter, The arm he cut off disappears and appears back on the Specter. The Specter starts to glow, and her hair starts to grow and cover her whole body, transforming her into a bigger monster. The MC thinks that he is done for after seeing the size of the monster, and the girl tells him that that's not the main body of the Specter. The MC, confused, asks her what she means, and she tells him that the Specter is just using illusion to make itself look bigger, and he can't damage it unless he hits the main body. She tells him to aim for the main body inside the Specter. Seeing the MC look worried, she asks if he knows how to fight. MC immediately tells her that he doesn't. She then asks why he has such a good weapon when he doesn't know how to fight. The MC is surprised to find out that the dull stick he has is a sword. She now asks if he came here just to die then, but the MC just didn't know it was this dangerous here. She asks for his reason for coming here, and he tells her that he is here to find someone. She asks him why the person he is looking for would be here, but the Specter attacks the MC as he is distracted. But she flies to him with her butterfly wings and pushes him down before he gets hit. She tells him that even though he came to find someone, what is he going to do even if he finds that person? He can't even fight. They would just die together. The MC thanks her for saving him, but he feels attacked by what she said. She asks what he means, and before the Specter's next attack hits her, he pushes her down and gets over her, and tells her that what she said is true. It does sound stupid, and he doesn't know why he came here. But he remembers that he was in a huge accident and thought he was going to die. But then he suddenly realizes that he doesn't care if he dies. But he just really wants to meet that person. He wants to meet her if that's the last thing he does. He thinks that it's fate. She remembers her father who held his arm out to her listening to what the MC said. The MC apologizes to her for pushing her down and tells her that they should try and stay alive for now. She gets up, making up her mind. The MC wonders how to find the main body inside the Specter and thinks that he would probably die before he could, and just running away would make sense. But the girl tells him that she will do it. She tells him that since he doesn't have time to look for the main body, she will cooperate with him, and pulls her hairpin, and it turns into a weapon. She tells him that she has a reason to fight